Hello, fellow griever, and welcome to Thursday, January 30th. We've almost made it through an entire month of me reading these daily nuggets, which are excerpts from the Daily Stoic, 366 meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living. And I'm anxious and sad to be wrapping this little series up, but I hope that it's been inspirational for you. I hope that you have taken something from it, and I'll add a little bit more tomorrow as we conclude these readings. Today I'm going to jump right in. It is Thursday, January 30th, and I'm reading from the January 30th excerpt called "You Don't Have to Stay on Top of Everything." If you wish to improve, be content to appear clueless or stupid in extraneous matters. Don't wish to seem knowledgeable. And if some regard you as important, distrust yourself. Epictetus from his Enchiridion. One of the most powerful things you can do as a human being in our hyper-connected 24/7 media world is say, "I don't know." Or, more provocatively, "I don't care." Most of society seems to have taken it as a commandment that one must know about every single current event, watch every episode of every critically acclaimed television series, follow the news religiously, and present themselves to others as an informed and worldly individual. But where is the evidence that this is actually necessary? Is the obligation enforced by the police? Or is it that you're just afraid of seeming silly at a dinner party? Yes, you owe it to your country and to your family to know generally about events that may directly affect them, but that's about all. How much more time, energy, and pure brain power would you have available if you drastically cut your media consumption down? How much more rested and present would you feel if you were no longer excited and outraged by every scandal, breaking story, and potential crisis, primarily of which never comes to pass anyway? Well, as I think about this one, grievers, there's obviously a lot to unpack here in living in the times that we do. There's many directions that we could go with this, but, I'm going to go to something that's much simpler for me in a way that I actually practice this kind of thing of not having to stay on top of everything. Yes, I too fall victim to it once in a while, like all of us, but I just, as of a week ago, came home from hosting the second Women Moms Empowered Healing Retreat here in Puerto Rico. I spent a week with 10 amazing women. My husband, my son worked with me, alongside me, as did Angel the Medium and his amazing wife, Lisa Dawn. So there were 15 of us on top of a beautiful mountain overlooking the Caribbean Sea for a week doing healing work and working together to become better versions of ourselves in this grief journey. And I did not touch my social media. There were a few things that went out. If you're following me, don't call my bluff on it. Those things were scheduled ahead of time and separately by the person that does some of the scheduling of the social media for me. But I personally even remember most of the way through the week looking at my husband and saying, I know that many people doing a retreat like this would probably be doing lives throughout the week. They would probably be consumed in taking the just right photographs and all of those things. And instead, I chose to be present. I chose to be entirely present with the ladies. I chose to not do things like go live. I chose to not worry about getting all of the perfect pictures. We are assembling pictures that everybody took, and to say that I didn't take any would not be true. But we took them organically as we needed to. I wasn't focused on what I was going to put out to the world. I was focused on being in the moment with the ladies. And I have zero regret for that. That is how I will probably do it every time. I will put together a compilation of photos, like I said, from all the people that participated. And I will, of course, put out information about how the experience we had at the retreat and how beyond valuable I feel like our time was. But it was valuable when I was in it, and I did not need to take away from what I was getting or what the ladies were getting by being distracted, by worrying about staying on top of everything. So I will just impart that wisdom to you, that it's okay if we don't stay on top of everything. Like was said by Ryan Holiday in his response to Epictetus, we have a small obligation to know what would impact us or our family so that we can protect our family. Beyond that, it's okay to say, I don't know, or more provocatively, as he said, I don't care. Until tomorrow, talk soon.